You're ready.
All right, let's see it. A full Halo match on the next gen console.
This is a pro team POV.
Well, let's see how good they are.
What gun is that? Oh,
Right off the bat, going for the
That's
heat
good.
wave.
Heat wave, right?
Yep.
So he switched
Heat
to
wave. Double kill.
There's
Steitzer.
Stites. It's good to have Steitzer back. Or we
Oh,
call
I
it
hear the
there's a
lighting and
nickname
stuff
of
looks really
Stitesy, is
good.
Kind of the people implementing the VO. They threw down a shield, covered the position.
Yeah, I like that little
Oh,
peek technique.
skewer.
I haven't personally done that, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot by watching this pro team video actually and how to play it. Like we watch them, we have regular weekly play tests.
Nice.
I don't play with them generally because they just
Oh,
they're so good.
I want to see him use that gun.
better players up against them.
Also noticed that player went straight for the power weapon that spawns on this map in Slayer, which is
They even had the classic toot toot toot.
hard for me to
Needler.
use, if I'm being honest.
So you'll see, like, I mean, so you can see the friend foe. That's one of the obvious things.
Yeah.
I know Sam was talking about it earlier.
Love to see a Needler being strong.
Kind of iterate and evolve, even beyond this build. I think this might be our main build right now.
Lost a teammate.
There.
And then it almost looked like a submachine gun.
Satisfying as heck, but it's hard for me to use.
I am worse at that gun than I am with the commando rifle for sure. When you hit a target, like especially a vehicle, it's super satisfying. All right, so he was spectating.
Oh, spike grenades. Oh, noob combo.
He missed the new.
Tried for it.
Tried for it.
Frag grenade successful.
Hard for us to hear in studio, but
Nice.
I believe you're hearing some personal AI coming through.
Yeah, you're hearing. There's a few things. So there's the Spartan chatter that we had in Halo 5.
It's not doing
which
bad.
Kind of brings the battlefield.
With this
gives a lot
playing.
more like reaction feedback to what's going on in the game. But you'll hear this personal AI, and what we did with them is we replaced what was called Spartan Leader, our team leader, and it's just a more personal version of that, and they have a lot of personality, and so it lets you kind of swap around and kind of customize that feedback, and they give you a lot of low.
Oh, I found camouflage.
Yeah, I was just
Activating it
gonna
with
mention,
X.
That's a different
Oh,
a change, right? It
cool.
doesn't activate on pickup anymore. You can hold on to it.
Yeah, we think that'll bring a lot in the long term and allow us to do more things with power-ups than kind of just, traditional kind of just quick
punch him.
stat kind of reflections, but having like
Assassination.
really the notion of power equipment in the game.
One thing that we won't see from as in this point of view, I really love the visual language that you and the team have introduced. It's very
Like
obvious.
cam
when someone's
up
pocketing
for the
power
radar
weapon. You'll
look.
see a glowing trail
Yeah, there's
behind
like a
them.
contrail behind them. Yeah, that was a big thing, is making sure we at least telegraph.
Looks
that
clean.
information. That was,
Graphics here.
Making that switch, there was a lot of critical lenses on making sure that there was at least a readability to it in the gameplay.
I mean, so now it's sort of that risk reward, right? Do I hold this and wait for that final push? Do I burn it now so I don't lose it?
Yeah, you make a lot of choices that way. Like I sometimes will pocket
Let's
it.
see if you can
know,
use the skewer this
pocket it, and
time.
I'll lose it, and I'll give like
Oof.
overshow. That was a dope. I'll give the OS to the enemy, which is super risky at that point.
We're seeing a couple of little sort of, what do we call those? Tutorial tips popping up there, which
Yeah.
you can turn off in the settings,
Yeah, you can
right?
turn them off, but on the
Get that BR.
is what we call them. But yeah, giving a little bit of feedback, about the type of weapon that killed you, or like how you can respond better to it.
I like the sound to it.
I'm not sure at this point the pro team needs to know that, like, hey,
Yeah, exactly. Or like just
Yeah,
opt out
looks
if you
good.
Don't really care about it. If you don't need that information, or it makes you feel bad, as some people might feel.
Now I want to play the game.
I do love
Announce the open beta
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Pelicans flying by. It's it's an homage to Sergeant Avery Johnson, Academy of. So it's kind of cool just to kind of pay homage to one of ours and everybody's favorite character in the set of the Halo canon.
By the way, whoever this player is just getting active camo every spot. I don't know what the other team's up to right now.
Seems to be watching that call out.
This
yeah,
guy knows what
those
he's doing.
power-ups, we
That's
treat
why.
those like the power weapons and stuff. They're up on
You're
the
full
pad.
camo
They
too,
have a
I'm
lot of
moving.
messaging and broadcasting about
You sure you had
things,
the
so know when they're
crouch
coming up.
camo.
Now your Spartan AI will tell you that, right?
Yeah, the
Double
Spartan
kill.
AI
Oh, get that
calls it
triple.
out as well.
No.
So there's a lot of information just kind of driving feedback. You get the stick there. You can see there's the weapon racks you'll see in the levels as well. He ran past one a second ago.
Yeah, right back
In the
there
background, right?
Yep.
What's cool about them is before you might run past a
The
where a
death
weapon
sounds
spawns,
sounds
and
funny.
not realize that it's coming up in 2 seconds, and it could change your choice and how you deal with it. Like when we playtest this morning, I actually stopped at one point on a weapon rack because I was like, oh, it's like 2 seconds out. I might as well wait for it and switch out my pistol, which I'm I think I'm just telling
victory.
everybody that I'm really bad with a lot of the guns in our game.
This map looks clean. Looks like it plays good. This classic Slayer 2, no abilities, no bullshit. But I like to see. I'm hoping they keep the abilities for the just big team battles. That would be
It's really
a
cool.
good
And like, when
choice.
somebody's really good with it, it's really threatening because they can just feather that thing super fast. And just,
What did he just use right?
This
Oh, that's the
player really
shield.
likes this little like drop wall kind of
yeah,
corner
covering a
technique,
post.
huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that is like an
Kinda
ability.
knocking down an entryway so they can watch their backs. It's neat to watch how people use these, like all the different equipments in different ways.
Well, hopefully a lot of players this weekend are going to be lighting us up on social, sharing clips with us, because I can't wait to see just some of the new creative ways that the community at large figures out how to use this new sandbox.
Yeah, and it's interesting too.
That
like,
gun
I
looks
mean,
fun.
Like the way we have our maps tuned, like in our main builds, is they have
It's getting
different
all the
equipment and
power-ups.
stuff on them, and because we don't have the entire sandbox in the flights, is we swap things out. So it's actually not even the same kind of basically map placement pass that we would have in the released version of the game. But we, you know, it just at least gives us something so we can get something in there for people to play with. Oh, match is getting close. You can hear the music starting to kick up.
46-40.
The end of the match is coming.
I do love that. The multiplayer music, very cool.
I'm really proud of the multiplayer music. There's a cool story about how we got to basically getting the music in the game. But it really meets this tone. It's something I've really wanted since Halo 4. Was this kind of post-rock soundtrack to the multiplayer. Well, actually just a Halo, but it became one of my goals.
Damn, you just ate those needs. One kill, boys. Come on, don't choke it.
Last kill.
Get it. Oh, the spike nice.
Cool.
Get him.
Halo's got some drama.
Hey,
There we
victory.
Somebody
go.
else got it.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that was actually
That's
me
cool.
playing.
Oh, was
My-
you? Nicely done.
Since we won.
Nicely done. I'm proud.
Hey, so I'm happy that we were able to show that today. Not only kind of our first time showing the game on Xbox Series X, but we know the community just
The
been-
abilities
just show
wasn't
us
as
a
bad
full
as I
match
thought it
end
would
to
be.
end. So happy we were able to do that. You'll be able to see a lot more of that, obviously firsthand this weekend. And I think safe
That
to
was
say,
nice.
once we get a little further down and we're ready to talk more.